You want me to just open this up for us?
Yeah.
Okay, so we were just talking on the telephone because your gemstones arrived today, and that's additional stones because about 2 weeks ago approximately, your first necklace arrived, and then you were noticing, feeling effects from it within the first day and days, and then so within, communicating for checking in, because I'm very much invested in that you actually feel better and it actually helps you. So within the communication, mentioned like, hey, can we just like bump it up? So then we did, and we were just talking about the new stones and their arrival today. And so, I mean, they've only just got there. So, do you have anything you'd like to share about what you're experiencing so far? Even just hours into these new gemstones.
Yes. At first, I think my body had sort of a weird reaction because, sort of like you were explaining how when you get a new medicine, your body reacts. And at first, I couldn't breathe, but almost, I would say it only lasted maybe about half hour, 45 minutes. And then started oscillating, and I could breathe perfectly, and then I couldn't breathe, and I could breathe perfectly, and then I couldn't breathe. Now I can breathe fine. It's constant. It's not going back and forth anymore. As we went through all of the necklaces, and it started getting trippy when we went on the journey, because I started feeling the essences of each one deeper, communicating with each one. That was very powerful. Seeing the beings and seeing like what they looked like and their essence. Like this one showed up almost like this galactic, almost like abalone looking, but like purple and blue, but like a galaxy and very shiny being. Very galactic. The aventurine, which is this green one here, was the little leprechaun dude. Was very excited about himself and what he can do. So stoked. Like, showed me all of his medicine bags and told me I did not need to worry. And yeah.
So yeah, what you're saying is that when we were talking about the different gemstones we utilized for you to help you with your health concerns, and then the other things that you were wanting, we're talking about the stones used and the properties based on conversations that have been had previously with these gemstone spirits. So in communicating previous conversations, you wound up having your own current, right now, interactions with these gemstone spirits. And so you met the guardian, the gemstone spirit of Aventurine, little green leprechaun man, and you bathed in his healing pool.
Yep.
And you met the guardian of Tanzanite, the cosmic blue and purple collective consciousness, and looks like a nebula in the form of a person almost. And what else? The guardian of white emerald showed up, and you were experiencing the bliss of wholeness.
It was extremely light energy, just so light and soft and otherworldly. It felt like heaven. It felt like, and I don't feel, because I'm not connecting with it like I was, I felt like it had taken me, I don't know how to explain this, like my being. Like, I felt like I was not the same person that I was back on Earth 5 minutes ago. Like, I had, like, my old self seemed distant. like lifetimes apart. So I mean, you could say it was connecting with herself almost.
Yeah, yeah. That's pretty much what I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So now you had one necklace for about 2 weeks, and then the second two arrived today, and we're only not hours into the arrival of the additional medicine. But what are you thinking? What are you feeling? What's your first reaction? First impression again.
Well, I can breathe easily now, and overwhelmed with gratitude. Right when I got him, I went to the park and I was surrounded by butterflies, and that's my totem with my guides for you will heal completely. Whenever I'm like worried or I'm like worried about my health, like I have been for the past 3 years, they'll show me the butterfly, and I'm always like, thank you guys, because that's them telling me you're going to heal. And so I go to the park and I'm surrounded by butterflies. Like, have you ever seen like when they just hatch almost, and they're everywhere? And I was like, oh my God, like this is like them telling me in the physical, like the physical manifestation is here, literally.
So I love that you brought that back, mentioned that the butterflies surrounded you when you walked down to the park. But also, I think it might be important to acknowledge that when they first arrived a couple hours ago in the mail and you put it on, you initially felt a sense of uneasiness of sorts. If you want to describe that again for us, do you mind?
Yeah, it was like I couldn't breathe all of a sudden. Like, and it seemed like I almost like had a stuffy nose, like allergic reaction. And I didn't connect it to the necklace at first. I thought it was my roommate because he had been cleaning the mold. I thought that maybe he had some mold still on him or something, and I was reacting to that. But then we went to the park, and that's when I started feeling like I was surrounded by all these butterflies, so I was tripping out on that. But I felt like almost like from every angle was like coming in on me, like this, from every angle. And then I thought it was spiritual attack. And I thought that's what that was. And then we started talking, and then you started reading about how aventuring works and how it sort of like comes in and
attacks the disharmonies.
Right.
But what's so fascinating about this to me is that they arrived in the mail. Within an hour, you were feeling that closing in sensation. However you described it, it was unfamiliar. It was unfamiliar to you. So whether a person might be unfamiliar with this sensation, this feeling, you might perceive, is this good? Is this bad? Is this something not good for me? Is this a spiritual attack? Anyway, so when not an hour after that, we catch up on the phone to start discussing the new gemstones, and we're sharing the specifics about your necklace and how it works with you. And then I get the intuition, I'm like, I think it might have been your initial response to the medicine, because it's very strong. I mentioned two things. One, that this is different than the way most people have ever experienced gemstones. Even people that play with crystals before seldom have experienced them in this way. Anyway, so besides the fact that it's a new way to experience gemstones, when we were talking about that, I was wondering if it wasn't the effect of the crystal and you were just unfamiliar with it. But then when we were discussing the information and you were actually talking to the spirit of the gemstone in the journey, and I asked, was that your influence that she was just unaccustomed to? Was she just getting used to your very strong influence? And he agreed, and he gave you the confirmation. So then in the journey, in the shamanic journey, where you actually spoke with the guardian spirit of the crystal, we got the confirmation that the second you fucking put it on, he went to fucking work on you in a big way.
Yep.
Which is incredible. Crazy.
Yeah.
Incredible, though.
As soon as it walked through the door. The same as the first one. I felt it as soon as it walked through the door. I didn't know that's what that was until afterwards, but...
Okay. But so again, we're just like doing a brief check-in, like, on the day of arrival, what is your first impression kind of thing? How would you sum up the last hour or two, what you've seen, what you've felt, what you've heard, what you've experienced? What do you think?
A lot of gratitude and thanks for this, because I have been praying for this for years, and I know that this is the answer to my prayers in so many different ways, and to be able to feel the energies of these crystals, to be able to connect with the white emerald was so like reassuring. Like, it felt like you are in heaven and you don't ever have to worry about anything else again. And I mean, I connected with past lifetime, with Native American lifetime. It's so much, it's like hard to even express.
So if it's only been not 2 or 3 hours, and what you wanted roughly was a greatly accelerated abilities to tune into and tap into the expanded multidimensionality of your true self at a quicker and gentler, more rapid, but easier access to all of that. It's only been 2 hours. Is it working?
It's working for sure.
Interesting. So, can't wait to see what one day becomes 1 week becomes a whole month.
Mm-hmm. Yes, me too. This is going to be great. I'm excited.
So, just for this segment, do you have any thoughts or feelings? Anything you want to wrap up with? Conclusions?
I don't know. I'm just sort of in awe right now. I'm in awe of just how beautiful everything is, and how God will stoke you with more than you thought you wanted. More than you thought you wanted. And so gratitude to you too, because you listened to that call and you reached out, and now we're here.
And we only just fucking begun. We're here. Yeah, we got onto the roll. We basically sat down on the roller coaster and strapped in. Like, hasn't even taken off yet. You know what I mean? Like, we're here, but it's only just begun.
So awesome.
So, how about that? Let's play with that a little now.